Hey family, welcome to the Twisted Healer, where we focus on transformational healing via the mind, body, and spirit. Now, I have not perfected that intro, but just bear with me as this channel grows. It will be more solidified. Another quick disclaimer before we jump into this video. I am sitting outside on my patio because it's such a beautiful day. The energy is so right. The sun is just right. And if there's any background noise, it's my neighbors. But I just could not avoid being out in this beautiful day. Okay, and I hope it is beautiful where you are. And thank you so much for clicking on this video. Be sure to subscribe if this is the content that you're into. Join the tribe, join the family. And yeah, we're happy to have you. Let's go ahead and jump into this topic. If you clicked on this video, I'm assuming that you are either on the path or are living a high vibrational lifestyle. And what that means is you are mindful. You're mindful of the way you take care of yourself. You're mindful of your words and the energy that you put out into the world. You are focused on your spiritual health, your physical health, your mental health, and that you generally like to treat people with love and kindness because, that's pretty much why we're here. We're here to learn on this plane. We're here to spread love, to be love, and to be of light and service to the world, to God, what have you. Okay? But we still have our fellow peeps out here who are living in that ego identity, who are still attached and identified with the ego mind, and it's what we call low vibration. We all know it because we can feel it. We can feel it a mile away. We can sense it. We can hear it. I mean, we pick up this energy with all of our senses. If there's more than 5, more than 6, we pick it up with all of our senses. And it's an energy that is very draining, and it takes a lot of mental strength. It takes a lot of physical and spiritual strength to be able to take it on and not be absorbed in it, not be absorbed by it. And as high vibrational beings, we have to protect ourselves. And so we also not only have to protect ourselves and live in our bubble and live in this isolated group, if you may, but we also want to be able to stand our grounds to these egos, to these beings out here who don't know exactly what they're doing. They don't know what they don't know. And of course we want to accept people for who they are, but we also want to be accepted for who we are. And what that entails is speaking your truth. It takes a lot of willpower, and it takes being bold and strong and firm in what you believe in. It takes being strong and firm in yourself, being grounded in yourself, okay? And we know that these egos exist at home, at work, in our families, hopefully not friends, because you're choosing your tribe wisely, but we do have those loved ones that we care about, or just strangers out in the world that we have to deal with, that are still attached and identified to that egoic mind. And how do we know these egoic minds? How do we know this persona that the ego takes on? The ego wants to be the ego wants to be fed. The ego wants to feel mighty, feel better than others. And so these identities love to complain. They love to gossip. They love to tear other people down to make themselves feel bigger. They want others to feel smaller than them. They want to feel better than other people. They want to feel like their problems are much smaller, much less than the next person. They want to be noticed. They want to be heard. And I get it. But at the same time, we know that energy takes a lot to feed into. So when it comes to speaking your truth, and you're in that situation via either phone calls, in person, whatever, being able to stand up against it is so crucial. We are living in times right now where it's like you need to really pick a side. Are you going to be on the righteous side, or are you going to stay on the low vibrational side? Right now, we want to build our high vibe army. We want to build, an environment that is more loving than hateful, more loving than evil. So that way we can feel safe and feel comfortable in our environment, so that we can feel like we are evolving and progressing and supporting each other and loving each other. We want our children to feel safe. We want their children to feel safe. We want to feel like we belong to communities of loving, gracious people. If you find yourself in a situation where you are locked in with that energy, it's best to just cut it short. Like, oh, you know what? I'm so sorry. I do not want to hear about that. I'm so sorry. I don't want to talk about that right now. I'm so focused on living, keeping my mind state positive. I'm so focused on allowing the words that come out of my mouth being positive. I'm sorry. I'm so focused on being mindful. I really don't want to hear about that. I really don't have the energy for it. And you know what's so crazy is that when you cut these people off mid-sentence, when they're trying to talk to you about some bullshit, some nonsense, they're like, skirt, like, drop the mic. Who's she talking to? Who he talking to? What are we talking? And it almost makes them, for one, it teaches them how to treat you, but for two, it also makes them feel disturbed. Like that programming inside of them is just really disturbed. Like, did they just cut me off my tangent? Did they just not allow me to finish what I needed to say about so-and-so? And hopefully what we can hope is that it gives them the courage to step out of that lifestyle, the courage to see it from the outside, how it's affecting someone else. We give them that opportunity instead of mindlessly listening and just going, oh, okay, because it allows them to stay on that path. And if we want to be effective in the world, if we want to actually implement some type of change, we have to be leaders. We lead by action. We lead by the way we live. And so even just those small instances make a big impact out in the world. So it's best to just speak your truth, to shut stuff down right from the start. It's a time where we need to stop being overshadowed by the bullshit, by the nonsense. It's a time where you don't want to let your light be dimmed by this nonsense. There is so much going on in the world right now. Yes, it may take some time to create the changes that we want to make, to create an all 100% positive world. But in our communities, in our immediate environments, and where we work and live and everything, we can be those little light beings that kind of implement change through our actions and the way that we speak to each other and the way that we allow people to speak to us. You know what I mean? So I wanted to get this message out there that this is a time to be speaking your truth, being upfront and honest with how you feel, so that way people come correct when it comes to talking to you, that they come correct when they have to do business with you, when they have to deal with you. There's no nonsense when it comes to that. Right now we're getting back to basics, just being upfront, honest, using the golden rule. If you don't have nothing positive to say, don't say nothing at all. Like, let's take it back to kindergarten. Don't say nothing at all. You know what I mean? So, yes. I wanted to make sure that you guys get this on this Monday. We're starting a new week. And, We got to shut these egos down out here. We got to let the light shine and shut these egos down. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this video and this message. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Share it with those that need to hear this. And make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming content. And yes, I will see you in my next video. All right, take care. Bye.